Ah, the sound of something hitting the floor. If you have a cat, you know this sound all too well. Whether it's a glass of water, a pen, or your favorite keepsake, one thing is certain: if it's on a flat surface, your cat will knock it over. Why do they do it? Is it curiosity, boredom, or are they just testing the limits of your patience? The answer might surprise you. Let's break it down. Cats are natural hunters. In the wild, they swat at prey to test if it's alive or to make it move. So when your cat pushes a pencil off your desk, it's not mischief, it's instinct. That's right, your cat isn't being naughty. They're conducting scientific experiments. At least that's what they'd have you believe. One of the most iconic moves in a cat's repertoire, the slow push. It's a delicate dance of suspense. They push, pause and push again, savoring every second as the object inches closer to the edge. Why do they do it so slowly? Perhaps they're savoring the moment, or maybe they're just giving you a chance to stop them, though we all know you won't make it in time. Then there's the opposite approach, the deliberate knockdown. There's no hesitation, no subtlety, just pure, unfiltered chaos. It's as if they're saying, look what I can do. Bonus points if they make eye contact while doing it. Cats know how to command attention, even if it's for all the wrong reasons. For some reason, cats have a particular fondness for glasses. They don't just knock them over, they target them. Why? Some experts think it's the splash. To a cat, the sound and motion of liquid spilling are endlessly entertaining. To you, it's an inconvenience. To them, it's performance art. Another theory? Cats knock things over to get a reaction from you. If you yell, gasp, or rush to clean up the mess, they've succeeded. To your cat, it's a fun game. To you, it's a test of your patience. The more dramatic your reaction, the more likely they are to do it again. Cats are nothing if not excellent behaviorists. Here's an unwritten rule of cat ownership. If it's on a flat surface, it belongs to your cat. Cats view tables, counters and shelves as their personal playgrounds. And anything that's not nailed down, fair game. It's not malice. It's their version of interior decorating. Have you ever noticed how cats seem to aim for your most fragile or expensive items? It's like they have a built-in radar for things you care about, but don't take it personally. It's all part of their master plan to keep you on your toes. To your cat, it's not destruction, it's entertainment. Of course, after the chaos comes the cleanup. And where is your cat during this time? That's right, they're off napping somewhere, completely ignoring the mess they've made. Classic. But despite the frustration, we can't help but laugh. Knocking things over is just another way cats remind us that life is unpredictable and that we should never leave anything breakable within paw's reach. So the next time your cat sends something crashing to the floor, don't get mad, take a deep breath, grab your camera and document the hilarity. Up next, we'll explore another iconic feline behavior, the dramatic flop. Cats are known for their elegance, their grace and their unparalleled sense of drama. And nowhere is this more evident than in the dramatic flop. One moment they're strutting around like royalty, the next they're down for the count. Limbs splayed, eyes half closed, and a look that says, "Behold my suffering, but don't be fooled." The dramatic flop isn't a sign of distress, it's a performance. Let's start with the classic slow-motion flop. It's like they're channeling their inner diva saying, "Oh, the weight of existence is simply too much to bear." But let's be real, they're not overwhelmed, they've just found the perfect spot for a nap. Then there's the attention-seeking flop. This move is strategically timed to ensure maximum human notice. It's not just a flop, it's an invitation. Look at me, they say. Admire me, love me, rub my belly, man. But only for 3 seconds before I bite you. It's impossible to resist, and they know it. The belly-up flop is a next-level move. Not only do they collapse dramatically, but they also roll onto their back, exposing their belly in what appears to be an act of vulnerability. It's an adorable sight, but don't be fooled. The belly-up flop is a trap. They lure you in with softness, then remind you who's in control. One of the funniest flops happens mid-zoomies. It's like someone hit the pause button. 1 second, they're a furry blur of chaos. The next, they're sprawled out on the floor like they've just run a marathon. And just like that, the zoomies are over. For multi-cat households, the dramatic flop often has a competitive edge. It's as if they're saying, who's the better actor? And spoiler alert, it's always a tie. Because when it comes to theatrics, cats are natural-born stars. And let's not forget the fake-out flop. Translation, I'm starving, I haven't eaten in minutes. Feed me or I shall perish. It's all an act, but hey, it works every time. After every dramatic flop comes the inevitable nap, because really, the flop is just a prelude to the main event, sleeping for hours in the coziest spot they can find. And who can blame them? Being that dramatic takes effort. So why do cats flop? Experts say it's a mix of comfort, attention-seeking, and pure feline flair. A flop is often a sign of trust and relaxation. It's your cat's way of saying, I feel safe enough to let my guard down, and honestly, there's no greater compliment than that. So the next time your cat performs a dramatic flop, don't just laugh. Applaud. They've earned it. Up next, we'll dive into another feline favorite, the mystery of the box obsession. Boxes, the simple rectangular enigma that has captured the hearts of cats for centuries. You've seen it, your cat staring intently at an empty box, then slowly inching their way towards it. The curiosity builds. What lies inside? Is it a cozy hiding spot, a fortress, or maybe it's the greatest treasure chest known to feline kind? Whatever it is, cats simply can't resist boxes. But why? What makes them so irresistibly magnetic? Let's dig in. One reason cats love boxes is because, deep down, they're hunters. And to a hunter, a box is the perfect hiding spot. It's a confined space that offers both protection and a place to stalk. In the wild, cats seek out places where they can both hide and observe. A box mimics that environment, providing a sense of security and a strategic vantage point. It's a cat's version of a tactical headquarters. If you're lucky, you'll see that glint of anticipation in their eyes. They're planning their next move, whether it's a playful swat at your hand or an epic leap to their next target. Then, of course, there's the play factor. To a cat, a box is never just a box. It's a toy, a playground, and a maze all in one. The shape, the texture, the sound of their paws against the cardboard, it all comes together to form an irresistible playground. It's like a giant puzzle that only they have the solution to. For cats, every box is an adventure waiting to happen. And another fascinating thing about boxes is their ability to satisfy a cat's love for hide and seek. A box offers the perfect hiding place, allowing cats to stealthily pop out at just the right moment. It's like their own personal game of peekaboo with a touch of mischief. And, of course, there's the element of surprise. No matter how many times they've done it, when your cat jumps out of a box, it's always hilarious. Here's something that baffles many cat owners. How do they fit in there? It doesn't matter how small the box is. Cats will find a way to fit into it, no matter how ridiculous it looks. Have you ever seen a cat try to curl up in a box that's clearly too small for them? It's one of life's greatest mysteries. It's almost as if their bodies are made of rubber. They'll squeeze, squish and mold themselves into that box. Because to a cat, if it fits, it's fair game. But it's not just about comfort, it's about choice. Cats are picky, they have preferences. And when a box enters the picture, even the most comfortable spot in the house seems to lose its appeal. You could have the softest, coziest blanket in the world, and yet your cat will choose the box. It doesn't matter if it's too small, too big, or even upside down. If it's a box, it's the new favorite hangout spot. It's as if boxes have an inexplicable magnetism that no other piece of furniture can replicate. So why are boxes so magnetic to cats? Well, some experts believe it's all about instinct and comfort. The confined space gives them a sense of security, while the texture of cardboard offers a familiar surface to scratch and claw at. Cats are territorial creatures, and a box is a safe place to call their own. Plus, cats are natural hunters. Boxes allow them to hide, stalk and pounce, all while keeping their prey, or in this case their toys, within reach. And for some cats, the obsession doesn't stop at one box. Oh no, they become box hoarders. It's not uncommon for a cat to claim every box in sight. Some cats will even create their own little box fort, stacking one box on top of another. If they could, they'd cover every inch of your home with boxes, and honestly, we'd let them. Despite all the theories and explanations, the true mystery of the box obsession remains unsolved. Why do cats love boxes so much? Maybe they're drawn to the comfort, maybe it's instinct, or maybe, just maybe, it's because boxes offer a simple joy that no other object in the house can replicate. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. The bond between cats and boxes is a match made in feline heaven. So the next time your cat climbs into an empty box, don't ask why. Just enjoy the cuteness. After all, boxes may be the ultimate playground, but the real treasure is the happiness they bring to our furry friends. When it comes to communication, cats are far more vocal than we give them credit for. They don't just meow. They have an entire repertoire of sounds that they use to express their moods, desires, and even their thoughts. You've probably heard it, that distinct meow, loud and demanding, calling for attention. But did you know that a cat's meow is just the beginning of their vast vocal repertoire? Let's take a journey through the weird and wonderful world of cat sounds and decode their secret language. First, let's talk about the meow, the most iconic cat sound. This is your cat's go-to tool for getting your attention. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm here. Pay attention to me, human." But here's the thing, cats don't actually meow to each other in the wild. The meow is a human-specific sound. In fact, cats have adapted their meows to be as effective as possible when communicating with us. So when your cat meows at you, they're not just saying hello, they're saying, "I know how to get what I want, and I'm going to do it until you comply." Next we have the chirp or chatter, a sound that many cat owners hear when their cat is watching birds, squirrels or other outdoor critters. This chirping sound is a mix of excitement and frustration. It's like they're saying, "I want to catch that bird so badly, but I'm stuck here inside." Some believe this sound is an expression of a cat's predatory instincts, while others think it's a way for them to practice their hunting skills. Whatever the reason, it's both adorable and a little funny. Plus, it's hard not to laugh at how serious they look while doing it. Now let's talk about the purr, the soothing, constant hum that cats make when they're content, comfortable, or sometimes even when they're in pain. A purring cat is usually a happy cat, right? Well, yes and no. While purring is commonly associated with contentment, cats can also purr when they're stressed or unwell, almost like a self-soothing mechanism. It's believed that the sound frequencies of a cat's purr can help promote healing in their bones and muscles. It's a multi-purpose sound, one that signals trust, comfort, and a desire for affection. But let's not forget that cats have a darker side, one that is often revealed through the growl or snarl. When your cat is feeling threatened or angry, they might let out a low, rumbling growl or a sharp hiss. This sound is a warning. It's a clear signal to back off or face the consequences. It's the feline equivalent of saying, "You better stop right there or we're going to have a problem." Have you ever heard your cat make a sound that's almost like a mix between a meow and a purr? That's the trill, one of the cutest and most endearing cat sounds. Trilling is often a sign of excitement or affection. Cats use it to greet their humans or express happiness. It's almost as if they're saying, "I'm so happy to see you, let's hang out." And the best part? You'll often hear it when your cat is looking for a bit of attention, food, or maybe even a good scratch behind the ears. Then there's the yowl, a loud, drawn-out sound that often leaves us wondering, what in the world is going on? Yowling is more serious than your everyday meow. It's typically a sign that your cat wants something, usually something they can't get on their own. During mating season, it's often a way for unspayed cats to call out to potential mates. It can also happen when your cat is feeling stressed, confused, or just plain upset. It's loud, it's dramatic, and it's usually a call for attention or a demand for something very specific. And let's not forget the hiss, the most unmistakable warning sound in a cat's vocal arsenal. A hiss is a sign of fear, anger, or a need for personal space. It's the feline equivalent of saying, "Back off or I'll make you regret it." Cats will hiss when they feel cornered, threatened, or when they simply don't want to deal with something, like an unfamiliar dog or a new person. It's an effective defense mechanism, and when your cat hisses, you'd better respect their boundaries. So there you have it. The strange, funny, and fascinating world of cat sounds. From the softest purrs to the loudest yowls, each sound has its own meaning and purpose. It's all part of what makes our cats so unique and so expressive. Next time your cat makes a noise, try to decode it. You might just find that your furry friend is saying something important.